Nico, thank you so much for being a practitioner with Lavanya and teaching us emotional intelligence. And the first question I have for you is why is it important to clear our emotions?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you, Jen. Because actually, everything human beings do is in response to a feeling, right? And there's a few aspects of this, in my opinion, of why it's important. I can tell from my own life, things didn't really start to change until I started to feel differently. And one of the important things to realize that is that our emotions are actually the bridge between our physical and our mental body. And a lot of our physical ailments, what most people are focused on, they actually start as certain beliefs, a lot of them. And then they move into the emotional layer to where we get a certain feeling, which we then push away. And then it keeps moving into more denser and denser layers into the physical. So addressing things when they're just in the emotional body
Mhm.
is really important, so you don't need the lesson of a dis-ease in the physical body. Also, if you have particular dis-eases or issues in the physical body, the emotional component is really important to regain health. That's one reason. The other one is that the part of our mind that really drives our lives, the unconscious, the subconscious, it actually communicates through feelings. So
Mm.
that is the language of the most powerful part of ourselves. So if you want to change your life, don't change your thoughts, but change the feelings, because the feeling is a constant feedback mechanism that your unconscious mind uses to make you aware of certain things. The other reason it's important is that your higher self, or whatever you want to call it, your superconscious, it can only be accessed through your unconscious, through your subconscious. So if there's any distortions in your subconscious or there's any charges, it is really hard to have a clear communication with your higher self. It's like the windshield is all muddy and dirty. So first we have to clear the windshield. And another real important aspect is energetically. What most people don't realize is that for every unit of energy that you suppress within yourself, you have to spend equal or more energy to keep it there. So
Wow.
what we do with our emotions, it's like, I'm sure you've been to the pool, right? And you keep a ball and you push it underwater,
Yeah.
right? The
Takes a lot
moment
of
you
work.
let your hand off of it, it comes up, right? But for us, an emotion's kind of like a ball that you're holding underwater. So can you imagine how much energy is just being wasted all
Yeah.
day long, all
Wow.
right? And no wonder we feel so tired. And the other thing is that people react to how you feel, right? And it's the unresolved emotions within us will trigger the people around us and vice versa. And one of my teachers always says this, like, others, people will forget often what you said or even what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Right. So if you want to have a deeper relationship with people, change how you make them feel. What's the easiest way to change how people feel is change how you feel, because we're
Mm.
always in rapport with each other. And then the other one is that a lot of people talk about past lives, etc., and they do past life regressions, to resolve that. But actually, everything you need, all your unresolved energetic baggage from other lifetimes, is actually imprinted within your emotional body, right? And that happens mostly in the first 7 years of our life. It's like a sacred agreement, you could say, that our soul makes with the souls of our parents. And so we get certain imprints, and they're an emotional body. So the beauty of that is for you to feel whole again and to be a fully integrated being, it's all right here, right now in your emotional body. So,
Nico, this is
and
so
then,
amazing. Oh my goodness.
yes,
It's so
and then the
amazing.
last, yeah, sorry, the last one is like, I truly believe, like, people are always like, "Ooh, these are good emotions, and these are bad emotions." For me, it's all about returning our emotions to feelings.
Mm.
Now, there is a difference between emotions and feelings. Do you know the difference, or do you have any thoughts around that?
Well, let's see. An emotion, I feel like I could be more in my head around an emotion, and a feeling is like a kind of gut reaction or response almost.
Yes, you're actually absolutely right. Very good. Like, so every emotion is a feeling, but not every feeling is an emotion. So a
Uh-huh.
feeling is something you feel in your body, right? A rising energy, a sinking energy, whatever it is. Now, that is like normal in a sense, but then the mind engages and
Mm.
creates a story
Yeah.
around the feeling. And that's when it becomes an emotion. That's also why typically we keep on having these feelings because the mind keeps recreating it. So ultimately, in our like divine state, we just feel and observe the feelings without going in our heads and making stories
Mhm.
about it. And that's for me, um, at this time in human experience, I think is a very important aspect to basically drop all the stories so we can drop from here back to here.
And that's one of the things you do, is to show us the path or techniques to achieve that divine state.
Exactly. That's right.
How beautiful.